Vroom.
Felt it. The weight, it is lifted. Their souls are free, and now there is only one more task to be done. You must send me to her. Wherever Sidara may be, I will follow. And I know we will be closer to Mother then. More than I have ever been. But listen, my body still clings to this world. The flesh resists what the soul has already accepted. When the moment comes, I may fight. Not because I wish to, but because I am still bound to this place. Still outside Sonder. Do not hesitate. Strike true. And when I am gone, let the wind carry my name to Mother. Thank you for understanding. For not making this harder than it must be. Let this be the last battle I ever fight.
Hello, it is you. Did you manage to free him from the cage? Thank you. I hope he finds a new home, or at least some other ravens to keep him company. And I can already feel my burden lifting. Now I can join Mother and Senya in their chamber.
You have come, walker in the weirdness. Jarnsfor, Rune, Alfhild, Thrym. You do not yet grasp the weight you have lifted from their shoulders. No matter how great or small their burden, it still bound them, kept them from journeying towards the deepest layer of the dreaming. But now they may step into Mother's chamber, and you shall be granted this privilege as well. After all, this is why you are here, is it not? You shall see my sister Senja, and Mother, whose dreams we have shared, and in whose dreams we long to become one. Yes, that is why you will enter Mother's chamber, Walker. The choices that must be made shall be made within. No matter the outcome, you have the gratitude of all Thoid. Were it not for you, we could not have embraced the dreaming. We could not have stood before Mother's chamber. Indeed, the time has come.
I have watched your journey, Walker in the Weirdness. I saw how you helped the lost Thoid children face their burdens, the weight that kept them from entering this chamber. For that, you have my gratitude. But I know you have your own purpose. Now tell me what it is. So you have chosen to follow the voice of the tribes and his fading hope. Gerfan, a man who so desperately wished to be a unifier, who carries such a deep thirst for retribution, while I strengthened my bonds with the human children of the Thoid tribe. I learned much of his mission. He believes tradition can be a driving force, that some things must unfold as they always have. That is why he waits for Ingavi. But Ingavi's place is here, among us. And when her kin entered my chamber, the Thoid Elder's burden was lifted. She has no reason to remain in a world crumbling into ruin, all for the ambitions of one old man. Rebuilding old myths will not undo the inevitable. The past is a graveyard, Walker. If you keep chasing it, if you keep digging up what was buried long ago, you will find yourself in a grave before long.
Enough. There is no reasoning with the giant's stubborn nature. No matter what you say, she'll keep dragging you deeper into the labyrinth of her mind. That is why I ordered the giants to sleep. Their nature was unpredictable. They reveled in strange manipulations, willing to wager their own lives in primitive bets and frivolous games. And so, I speak. Whatever this one demands, grant it. That is the order of the king to whom you swore fealty.
I was wondering how long you would stay silent, letting the human whose body you stole speak for you. You have lasted surprisingly long. I suppose emptiness and oblivion have taught you some humility. Nevertheless, greetings, Arthur. I am glad I have finally dreamt of this moment. The moment I can tell you, face to face, that everything is your fault. Avalon is falling because you existed. Because you continue to exist. This is also the moment I accuse you of murdering my children. And the children of the other giants. Your human king got to know us well. When he ordered the giants to sleep, he knew that our children could not dream. Dreaming is something giants grow into with age. Having no choice but to obey, we left our children behind in the waking world. Alone, defenseless, condemned to the coldness of death. Quiestra, the child I once held in my arms, never dreamed with me. While I built layer upon layer of my dreaming, she was dying. But I had time. Enough time to dream of Sonder. A place and a state where death holds no power. There, I will dream, Quiestra. I will give shelter to the entire Thoid tribe, including Ingavi. I will not abandon any more children to the waking world.
I have made many terrible mistakes during my reign, but I always considered what was best for my people. At least, that was my intention. I wanted to make Avalon our home, free from the plague, free from forces that would seek to oppose us. I thought that my return would restore balance, that I could prevent Avalon's fall.
Your idea of what is good is twisted, human king. As for you, mortal, yes, you need the blessing of the tribes to claim the crown. Those were the terms of the sacred pact, but you will have to manage without the Thoid. They will all come with me into Sonder. I will care for them as if they were my own children. And I will save them from this world's corruption. And what kind of worlds were they, Walker? Were they open to all? Or did they demand a terrible price for the mere chance to exist within them? Whether this is reckless bravado or blind faith in the king's promises, my stance on Ingavi remains unchanged. Our meeting ends here, Walker. You will have to dream what lies beneath the king's threat, without the blessing of the Thoid tribe. Leave now, and let us dream.
Walker in the weirdness, you return. Welcome. And you won't tell me what she said? Do you want me to oppose Mother if my decision goes against her wishes? No, Walker in the weirdness. I will not allow you to manipulate me. If you refuse to tell me what Mother has asked, I will enter Sonder and ask her myself. Afraid? I never thought of it that way. I always believed I was afraid of the world, not of Mother's will. But now, as you give me a choice, there is something I must confess. Deep down, I've always felt that Sonder was not my destiny. I envied Therov for joining One-Eye's rebellion and getting to see the world. I envied Taranis for his work with the Alchemists' Guild. Now I will have the chance to know real life. But I cannot be the elder of a tribe with no tribe. Perhaps I will join those who refused Mother's call. For the first time in my life, I feel free. The Thoid. We have long been divided between those who follow Mother and those who were deaf to her call. Or at least, that's what we believed. That they were cowards, unfaithful, ungrateful wretches. But I was never convinced by those words. To me, they were simply brothers who dared to walk their own path, even at the cost of eternity. Deep down, I admired them. I am still Thoid, and I am young. When I come of age, I can bring more Thoid into this world, perhaps even with the help of those who return home one day. It's hard to say, but I don't truly care. They will either accept us, or they won't. But who knows? Perhaps this time we will grow closer to them. I've always thought they envied our direct connection to Mother. With Mother gone, perhaps we will finally build a true rapport. I am certain they will be. They will believe what they choose to believe. It will be a new beginning. My role as elder was to guide the Thoid of old to the dreaming. But those who come after them will live in the waking world, and I will guide them too. At last, I will be allowed to grow up. And I'll admit, I cannot wait. I don't know how Gerfan will react to an elder without a tribe, but, well, he summoned me, so I will come. There is a reason why the Thoid made me their elder. My power, despised by the other Delrida, is truly unrivaled. And on the battlefield, a skilled Thoid is worth 10 Volker warriors steeped in Mather's fury. I know I will always wonder what Sonder would have been like. And I know my heart will grieve for my kin. But something tells me this path is not closed to me forever. If there truly is a place we go after death, perhaps it is Sonder. That would also align with Runa's claim that Sonder is a trap, and that, in truth, everyone dies before entering Sonder. Maybe he was right. If so, then when I die, my soul will awaken in Sonder. I will see my tribe again. And finally, I will meet Mother. That is what I have decided to believe. See you at the moot, walker in the weirdness. Thank you for everything you've done for us.
And what do you think would have become of Avalon if the warlike Dalrita, already revering the giants as they are now, had the chance to worship them as living, active beings? The giants were too powerful to remain among us, especially on lands gifted to the tribes of the Dalrita. There were those among us who demanded their complete destruction. That I would not allow. It was already punishment enough that they enslaved their own children and used them as a bargaining tool. I do not blame the Theod mother for her anger. She has every right to it. At the time, I saw no other way. We had no way to control the giants, and we couldn't allow them to form an alliance with the Four-dwellers. So we resorted to deception. The giants are cunning creatures. Had we not gained the upper hand, they would have turned on us at the first opportunity. I am not proud of it, but war follows its own cruel laws. It is. And you should stop asking questions when you already know the answer. That way, you won't be so easily bored. No, how would I? The tribes were our allies, but they commanded their own forces. The truth is, that war made monsters out of us all. The Four-dwellers weren't just any normal enemy. The way they looked, the way they wielded the weirdness. To many, they seemed almost godlike. I don't condone what the Volker did, but sadly, I understand it.
Walker in the weirdness, what draws you to this place where stone and life entwine? Speak, and let the truth in your heart fill the silence. Thrygve. His corruption spreads like a poison, choking the life from all it touches. If you wish to stand against him, you must show me that you honor life, even as you prepare to battle death. Bring me the fragile. Flowers. The symbol of life's beauty and brevity. Prove that you understand what you fight to protect, and I will grant you the strength you seek. Show me your heart, mortal, and it is steady and true. Take this blessing, forged in both bloom and ash, a fragment of what was and what will endure. May it shield you in your darkest moments, and remind you of what you fight to protect. Go with my blessing, child, and let life flourish where you walk.
You are so beautiful, so full of talent. I really understand why Self decided that your life should take a turn.
Yes, you're quite appetizing, but you're not here for compliments. Who are we, dear sympathy?
Who are we, dear trickster?
No one special. Bit like you, guest.
Don't say that. We have meaning after all. Once, we were crows. My companion walked the path of self. I followed the path of war. I thought I was destined to serve as a priest in the name of Badb.
Plans change.
Plans do change indeed.
Incredible. You won't see self in action. No one ever does. Self is that good.
Stop it. I'm getting jealous. The High Priest of Badb, one of the most distinguished to ever hold the title. He taught me many things, including that a child of Morrigan can exist without a body. Thanks to his teachings, Trickster and I were able to survive.
You give him far too much credit. We botched the task entrusted to us.
But we also showed creativity. We transferred our essence to this place.
Morrigan decided we were quite the spectacle. She allowed us to continue existing, but only here.
Without a physical, tangible form. We observed the outside world through the many pairs of crow eyes it offers us.
You'll shed unnecessary baggage.
A bond that needs to be severed.
In other words, you'll butcher someone. Who'll be the butchered one?
Don't worry. I think you'll manage. Luth is probably eager to meet you too. He's surely full of pride.
Yes. Perhaps we shouldn't keep those birds waiting. We've kept him here quite long enough. He might be getting bored.
Only if our guest has no more questions.
In the House of Madness.
Stop saying such nonsense, Trickster. This is a place, dear fledgling, that was once home to Morrigan herself. She let in a little light and allowed us to dwell here. Since then, we've taken to hosting talented fledglings, all Morrigan's favorites. Those who, for some reason, were meant to find their way into the void.
Favorites? Makes you wonder why war hasn't visited us in so long. Did you know that young cuckoos sometimes push other chicks out of the nest? For a moment, you'll become just like that cuckoo.
This will help you grow up a little. Oh dear. I think even Luth would be disappointed. He was expecting an exciting fight.
Me too.
Yes, a fight.
Finally, something interesting.
I'll keep my wings crossed.
Since the moment you completed your first task, I had a feeling we might cross paths here. You're a remarkably talented child. Shame your journey might end here. Or shame I won't be around to see where it takes you. You're a fledgling now, just like me. Sometimes, the children of Morrigan pit fledglings against one another to thin the ranks of the crows, especially when someone rises to the hierarchy so quickly. Yes, as I said before, I've heard it happens from time to time. Rarely, but it makes perfect sense. The crows are an elite, tight-knit circle. To make sure that only the best join the ranks, they're testing out 2 talented fledglings. Fate loves mocking us, doesn't it? Just like the crows, we must be quite the entertainment for them. I don't feel like a prisoner, and neither should you. The truth is, I wouldn't have had much of a choice, but I didn't need one. I would have agreed to all of this, no matter the circumstances. Ah, Sympathy and Trickster. What a charming couple. As far as I know, they used to be truly exceptional crows. But one of the missions turned out to be far more dangerous than they anticipated. And no, I'm not going to tell you what it was. Still, it seems like they're having plenty of fun in the current state, doesn't it? You've always been eager to work. I respect that. I have just one request. Give it everything you've got, buddy. Let's get this clean and quiet. We both know.
So you've returned. Did you have a nice nap? Was the company to your liking? Such heavy accusations. What exactly have I lied to you about now? Ah, and spoil the surprise. No, that wouldn't do. And what would you have done if you had known? Wondered how to avoid him? Wondered how to beat him? You would have thought and thought and thought, and while you were lost in your thoughts, Luth would have snuffed you out like a candle. Trust me, sometimes it's better not to know. Me? Not as such. What I do have for you is a meeting. Perhaps the most important one of your life. You are to meet with War, the High Priest of Badb. The rest will be in his hands, and most importantly, in yours. That is all I can tell you. Now go, my fledgling, and may Morrigan's wings shield you from enemy eyes.
Welcome, child of Morrigan. Now you stand before her presence, ready to receive the highest honor. I went by that name once, yes. Now, you see me as the embodiment of war, one of the three holy aspects of the goddess Morrigan. Ask your questions, child, before the time comes to fulfill our goddess's will. You stand before the goddess of war, death, and destruction, and you're surprised that I used deception to test your dedication. I thought your time with the children would have taught you that the ends justify the means. My purpose has always been to recruit only the most worthy followers. Then you would have proven they were unworthy. If a hatchling could overcome a crow and its fledglings, then they weren't fit to serve Morrigan. You would have purged our ranks, and I would have found new devotees. It wouldn't be the first time a high priest took such measures. What do you take me for, child? A mercenary commander? Serving Morrigan is no common duty. It's a calling you feel, or don't. And only the most faithful may stand before Morrigan's presence. Your actions are meaningless if the Corax hasn't revealed itself to you. The Corax is Morrigan's herald, a promise of liberation. The Corax's appearance is a sign that it's time for the children to step from the shadows and declare their dominion over Avalon. And I know the Corax favors you most often. Such is Morrigan's will. Precisely. For too long, we've lurked in the shadows, preventing Morrigan from claiming her rightful throne among the gods. We've ruled Avalon for centuries, guiding its fate according to our goddess's will. So why shouldn't we openly claim what's already ours? Imagine it, child. All united under Morrigan's banner. A supreme goddess who cares for her followers, unlike the absent All-Mother. We'll bring peace on our terms, with Morrigan's blessing. Indeed, I have faith, but no certainty. And since it's you who has the honor of witnessing the Corax, I'll send you as an emissary before our goddess. Seems she has chosen you for this communion, and I humbly accept her will. Find out what our goddess requires of us, and I will ensure her will becomes law. I've seen it in a vision, the nest, where your meeting will take place. Listen well, for her words are sacred, and return swiftly to bring me her will. May Morrigan's wings shield you from prying eyes.